So it's officially summer of 2024, and I want you to be the best smelling dude in any room you walk into. So I'm someone who's bought over 100 bottles of fragrances. I spent thousands of my own dollars, at least 10 grand at this point, on good smelling liquid. So I promise you I've tried everything under the sun, and these are the top 10 best fragrances to guarantee you compliments this summer. And stay to the very end of this video because number 1 on this list is actually only just under $35. And by the way, if you enjoy this type of content and you want to see more from me, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below and give me one of these thumbs up because it lets me know you're enjoying this. So sit back, relax, grab your favorite beverage, and yeah, let's talk fragrances. So this list was impossible to put together. I mean, every single fragrance on this list is an absolute banger. I was there spending hours just moving them from one ranking to a different position. But there's these 2 fragrances that didn't make the list, but deserve a shout out because they're just so freaking fantastic on their own right. And you're gonna see how amazing this list is because the number 1 honorable mention, not even the top 10, is a $400 fragrance, and that is Creed's Himalaya. Creed Himalaya. Where do I start with this fragrance? I mean, man, whew, what a powerhouse. I mean, this is one of the best. This is one of the best from the house of Creed. It's so good. There's this grapefruit note in there that just, all men's fragrances that are in the summertime tend to smell alike because there's that shower gel fresh, you step out of the, whatever. It's just like the beachy vibes, right? But grapefruit is such a unique way to make it a summertime scent in an almost like dirty way. And I love that about it. And it's like, it feels icy almost, so it's cool to touch. Why is honorable mention and not number 1, 2, or 3 on this list? Because it could be, because the fragrance is just that good. It doesn't last on my skin longer than 2 hours, maybe 3 hours if I put a lot of sprays on. And if you're spending $300-400 on a fragrance, it doesn't matter how good it smells. If it only lasts for 2 hours, there's no point. The second you step outside your house, it's gonna disappear into the thin air. So I love the scent and I love wearing it, and the artistic value of it is nuts, but it just couldn't make it to the top 10. And honorable mention number 2 is also like a $200 plus fragrance, and that is Tom Ford's Neroli Portofino. And this fragrance, man, is like, I'd love for this fragrance to be in the top 3. And it could be in the top 3 if once again, only it lasted longer. This fragrance, man, it's like, it reminds me of being on a yacht in Mykonos and you're just chilling. And Neroli is a note that is not very common at all. What Tom Ford did was bring an old school note back that no one used for a long time and then made it modern and retro. It's almost like old school gone modern. And I love Neroli because it's like that old money aesthetic, right? It's like good smelling summer vibes with an edge. But yeah, it just lasts 2 hours. Yet I still use a lot of this bottle. See, man, these honorable mentions are still freaking fantastic. Just wait till you see the rest of these fragrances. But I still use most of this bottle. It's just that instead of 2 hours, maybe it lasts 3 hours. But it's really tough to justify the price tag of a 3-hour fragrance when we have ones that smell just as good, if not better, and last longer. All right, let's get into our top 10 fragrances to guarantee you compliments this summer in 2024. Starting with a big hit, number 10 on this list is Dolce & Gabbana's Light Blue Intense. I mean, see, man, I love this fragrance. I love it. I love this fragrance. And if you look at other YouTubers, they probably have this fragrance in their top 2 or top 3. It's just that I feel like in 2024, its DNA has kind of passed its time. The scent is like a lemon, zesty, fresh, beachy waves. When I talk about the scent, I used to talk about like that scene in Night and Day where Tom Cruise is on the beach shirtless, just running around. That's what I used to think of this, right? It's like a beachy, fun, playful, playing volleyball on the beach vibe. I just feel like the scent is a bit outdated now. Like if I smelled this on a guy, I wouldn't even compliment him because he just smells good. He just smells good. It's around like whatever, like 50, 60 bucks. And it's just a good smelling scent. And it does encapsulate summer in a bottle. But it's just really tough to recommend this one, once again, because I just feel like it's outdated. 2 years ago, this may have been number 3 on my list, but I'm here to tell you guys it's not the case anymore. A lot of dudes smell like that, and I want you to stand out from the crowd and get the best bang for your dollars. So number 10, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Intense. Number 9 on this list, none other than the classic Dior Sauvage. Dior Sauvage, where do I start with this? I've yet to wear this fragrance and not get a compliment. Whew. God, I gotta wear this one more. Man, I missed this one. And look, see, once again, the bottle is almost done for this one. Man, I hate that this is such a good fragrance because everyone bought it. And since everyone bought it, everyone wears it. This is your go-to shake in Dubai, just like rich, spoiled brat scent. Johnny Depp rocks this, dude. In the advertisements, I mean, he looks so sick in it too. I love this scent, man. I love this scent. It's just like, it really is it really is a feeling of its own success. It was so successful because it was so good. It was the perfect, clean, shower gel, masculine scent. And to make that kind of a scent last like 10 hours plus on the skin is unheard of at the time. And dude, I'm telling you, man, I remember in college, I went shopping and literally like, it was a group of us, there were girls in the group, and I was like, hey, tell me which of these fragrances you like the best. Like they were like the Tom Fords, there were other fragrances that were $200-$300. They all went and they were like, dude, this is what a man should smell like. And that's why I love this one. But once again, it's literally like a success story gone wrong because it's so good that everyone has it. But man, you can't go wrong with it still. Like you'll still be that very good smelling dude, but you'll probably smell like her ex because he probably wore it too. So just be careful when buying this, but you can't go wrong with it as a purchase for sure. Yeah, man, it's a little outdated at this point because everyone just has it. Number 8 on this list is actually an old comer that I'm bringing back in a rotation, and that is Burberry Touch. Burberry Touch, man. I used to rock this in like 2014. Like, I remember the way I learned about this was, Jay Sean, the guy who wrote the song down? I was watching a GQ interview by him and they're like, oh, what fragrance you wear? And they were like, I wear this one. So I went and immediately bought it with whatever like cash I had, right, from working at Banana Republic at the time at minimum wage. But man, Burberry Touch, this scent is almost so old that like 10 years later, like when I wear it now, people are like, what is that? What does that smell? It smells so good. And here's why. It's literally like, it's literally like a baby powder, fabric softener, zesty beach vibe. Does that make sense? It's like imagine if I took Febreze and made it masculine. And here's the thing, man, it's a very clean, sexy, dry, powdery scent. And there's nothing wrong about rocking this shit because every time I put it on, it's sophisticated. It's very Burberry in a bottle. What is Burberry? Burberry is it's not quiet luxury, it's louder luxury. They have the pattern, it's really recognizable. It's not as loud as Versace, but it's loud enough where it's like if I see it, I'm looking at it, I'm buying it for the pattern at that point, right? And that's what it does. It takes a very like masculine, fresh and clean scent and puts like a baby powder type of sprinkle to it. And I really love it, especially if you're a guy who's going to the office, especially if you're a guy who likes to appreciate the finer things in life and you don't want to smell like every other dude. This is one I would definitely add in your rotation. Plus it's like very inexpensive. It's like under 50 bucks. I mean, I think I got this bottle at TJ Maxx for like $30 or less. So you can definitely pick these up at a great price. And another thing I really love about this fragrance is the way it just sits on your counter. I mean, it's like a corkscrew almost, like a wine bottle that's placed on top of it. And the bigger bottle is just more like in this oblong shape. So yeah, man, great fragrance overall. I even consider making this my like signature fragrance for a long time because it's just so unique for a summertime fragrance, but it really is an excellent one. Undisputed, honestly, because if you wear a fragrance 10 years ago and it was really popular and you can wear it 10 years later, you can probably wear it 10 years again in the future and no one will ever say anything bad about it. So number 7 on this list is what gave birth to this category almost. It's what I would call the quintessential summer fragrance in a bottle. And that is Bleu de Chanel, Eau de Parfum version to be specific. And this is your quintessential blue summertime fragrance. I mean, it's so versatile. And the reason I love it, it's like, once again, like how can I was saying Burberry touching we're 10 years in the past and 10 years in the future. Whew, God, what a scent. I know, sorry, I smelled this and it completely got like taken away. But remember how I was saying about Burberry touching we're 10 years in the past, 10 years in the future? You could wear this like 50 years in the past and 50 years in the future and you still be the best smelling dude around. Like, it's such a timeless scent. It's such an elegant scent. It's such a classic scent. It's one of those scents that like, it's like, I feel like it's been around forever. Like it's so Chanel. It's so Chanel, and like, look at that. Let me try to get that camera to focus. I mean, it's just so Chanel because it's like timeless elegance, beauty in a bottle. And this is such a gorgeous scent because there's so many notes in here that were introduced for the first time that made you go, holy shit. Like there's like mint in here. There's grapefruit, bergamot, incense, patchouli. It's a very summer, like fresh vibe, very fresh vibe, but then it makes it very masculine with the incense and patchouli at the same time. And when I say if I want to put a name to who this would be, I would say it's Chris Hemsworth. I mean, it's someone who looks great in a suit. He's known to be outdoorsy. He also wears a t-shirt and shorts. He looks great all the time. Very classy, elegant. Every girl wants to date him. Every guy wants to be like him. Yet he's not the loudest guy in the room at the same time. He kind of more is just like a guy's guy. He'll hang out with you. He'll like, you know, he'll like slap you on the back and just chill with you. He's not just out there trying to like walk a fashion show, right? And that's what I really think this is in a bottle. It's just so freaking fantastic, man. It's just, yeah, Chris Hemsworth in a bottle. And I remember I was in college, my like sophomore year, when one of my friends at the time, she gifted me this fragrance. And man, it was the first time I actually had a really expensive fragrance, and I would wear it sparingly. I would only wear it on certain occasions, but man, it's just timeless. It just takes you back to a different time, and that's what I love about this fragrance. So this is a blind buy, honestly. You can buy it and you can wear it forever. You can give it as a gift. There's not a single person in the world who will hate this fragrance on you. So number 6 on this list is if you took Chanel Bleu and made it cheaper, made it longer lasting, and more masculine. And that is Versace's Dylan Blue. And this was my go-to gift fragrance because you can get it for like under 35 bucks. And still a brand name, is Versace. It smells incredible and it lasts forever, and everyone will remember you because they're gonna wear this all the time. So this is my like go-to gift fragrance, especially for the summertime, for that guy in your life. But yeah, man, it's kind of exactly what I mentioned before. It takes Chanel Bleu, like a timeless, classic, blue, very like incredible scent, and then just adds Ambroxan to it and makes it like, and it just makes it more masculine. I'm trying to remember the exact note in there. But it's like more incense, and it's more patchouli and more musk. There's a lot more musk in this one in the bottom notes than the last one. But once again, these notes don't mean shit to you, because that's why I got on YouTube, because everyone will be like, oh, here are the 10 notes in this fragrance. I'm like, I don't know what like violet leaf is supposed to smell like, right? But all you have to know about this one is this is also a more younger version of Chanel Bleu. Like, it makes sense, it makes it more masculine and timeless. For some reason, it has a more younger edge to it. So this is my go-to teenager fragrance as well. This is my go-to young guy in college fragrance as well. Anytime, like at any age, I mean, I wouldn't rock this if you're over 30, because they're just, once again, like, the Chanel Bleu would definitely fit your category more. But if you're a younger summer guy on a budget looking for a long-lasting summer fragrance that just gets you compliments, then this is absolutely the one, man. And it's one of those that you can just wear even throughout all the seasons, because it just really grows with you. So yeah, absolutely love this one. Deserves number 6. I think it's just number 5 is somehow even better than even this, and cheaper than this as well. So number 5 on this list is under $25. I mean, you can get this for $18 on Amazon, I'm pretty sure. And it's one of my most complimented fragrances of all time. Like, if I had to tally up most compliments I've ever gotten, this would probably be like, yeah, top 5. And that is Nautica Voyage. Nautica Voyage. Man, did this cause a freaking debate, argument, war in the fragrance community? People are like, no, you can't be a good fragrance, it's only $18. Like, what about the Creeds? What about Tom Fords? It's like, it can't be a good one. When I tell you, when a girl or a guy wants to smell you in summer, this is all they want to smell you. Like, it's like a stripped down, straight to the point fragrance for the summer. There's no bells and whistles. There's no fancy things. It's just a straight, masculine, fresh and clean, out of the shower with a little bit of just edge to it. Boom, $18. And it lasts forever. That's why I love this one the most, man. Like, I love this one the most because it just lasts for like 15 hours, 16 hours on the skin, and you don't even have to try. And it's one of those things, man, you can travel with it. You can go everywhere with it. It's like $15. It's like $10 if you get the travel size. But it was so weird why I find this like as a dichotomy in the fragrance community, is that it's such a cheapie. We call these cheapies, right? Like fragrances that are cheap but that perform really well. How a cheapie can outperform some of my best fragrances of all time. That's it for a summer fragrance, but I absolutely love this one. This is also my most versatile fragrance on this list. This is also my most like when I don't know what I want to do, and I'm like, let's say I'm going to the grocery store, or I'm just quickly meeting a friend for lunch or something, right? And I don't, you know, I'm not really dressing up. I don't really care. I don't know what to wear. I just wear this. Sometimes when I go to the gym, I just put this on. When I'm going just downstairs outside my building because I just want to go pick up a few things, I wear this one. This is my go-to fragrance when I don't know what to wear, how to wear, when to wear. Just my clueless, mindless gut instinct is always to go to this one. And I've yet to wear this at least 2 times in a row and not get compliments. it's that freaking good, man. It's seriously that freaking good. And and if this is all, so far, all these are that freaking good, imagine the top 3, right? Imagine how good the top 3 are. But this is just unbeatable for the price, for the value, for the bang for your buck. Nautica Voyage. Honestly, this is also one of those blind buys. It's like, it doesn't even make sense not to buy it at this point. So number 5, Nautica Voyage. Number 4 on this list, man, it just breaks my heart because this is literally one of the best fragrances of all time for men in history, period. And it's just fantastic. Fantastic fragrance, man. Acqua di Gio Profondo. This says Profumo on it, but Profondo is the new reformulated, better version that has come out in the last few years. I just haven't pulled the plug yet because I still want to finish this bottle, but man, whew, God, freaking damn, that smells, oh my God. Oh my God. Whew. It just breaks my heart that this is number 4, but it is such a consistent, like this could be your signature scent, man. Here's what's amazing about this fragrance. When it's everything that we've talked about so far. It's a blue fragrance, it's a clean fragrance, it's a fresh fragrance, it's a fragrance that lasts forever, it's affordable, and it lasts on the skin forever. It's all those things, but it has a bit of an edge to it because it has more like sea notes, some more oceanic notes, it's more like I'm literally like driving along the coast of the sea. Like when I think of this fragrance, I think of you're in a convertible, your roof's popped, you're in LA and you're driving along the coast, man. Like you're just with your buddies, you're with you're with a couple of friends and you're just driving on, you're wearing a white linen shirt and you're just hitting the town. This is such a great freaking fresh scent, man. I mean, seriously, and it's like, if you want me to put like a name, so here's the thing, Acqua di Gio. When I think of this fragrance, I think of like a CEO who also likes to have fun. Think about like a Richard Branson, or if you want to think of an actor, think of like a Jason Momoa, or even The Rock. Like someone who's very, very like masculine, very successful, but also likes to hang outside. Also likes to show a little chest and have a little fun. It's someone who also likes to run shit, but at the same time, it's like just go with the flow. Their energy is just like, yo, chill, dude. Let's just have a good time. But they're also just a vibe, dude. It's just a vibe. It's just a beachy vibe. And I miss it sometimes here living in New York. I miss it live in Chicago, wherever you are. So my best memory is like literally in LA. I remember my friend just wearing this fragrance and I'm getting whiffs of it the whole time. And I'm just like, dude, like whatever happened? Why did I stop wearing this fragrance? But honestly, I'm gonna wear it more this summer. That's my goal to myself. Wear this fragrance more this summer. But number 4 on this list, what a powerhouse of the fragrance. Number 4 on this list, Acqua di Gio Profumo. Profondo if you want to get the reformulated version. Otherwise, this is just as good as well. All right. Top three summertime fragrances guarantee you compliments. This one was kind of like a Burberry Touch one for me, where it was something I wore like 10 years ago, and then I got reintroduced to it, and then it just clicked. And if you know, you know. And that is Terre de Hermes. Terre de Hermes. Terre de Hermes, man. Where do I start with this one? Oh, shit. I literally sprayed that one into my eyes. Literally, like, someone's just gonna cut that, me of just like flinching and just like put it as a meme or some shit. But Terre de Hermes, man. Number three on this list. It's so competitive, this list, because everyone there's just so many fragrances that are so freaking fantastic. But this is where this one takes the edge and this one takes the cake. There's this like burnt orange. Yeah, you heard me right. It's a burnt orange note in this. And we in the fragrance community call it like a dirty orange note in this, that just makes it so unique and makes it very like Succession vibes. Have you seen the show? So like when I think of like Kendall Roy, for example, or even like his father, right? Like Logan Roy, this is the kind of fragrance I think they wear. It's like very old money, very old school. It's like you go into a room and you're like, holy shit, like what if that has to smell like it's $10,000? Like that's what I think of this in a bottle. I mean, there's fragrances I have like on this list, like sure, they're $500. This is under that. You can easily cop this for like under $80 if you look around. but it smells like it's like $800 fragrance. Like you can add an extra zero to that. Like there's some ethereal quality about it with that burnt orange, and it lasts forever. Like for example, today I'm wearing like a knit polo, right? So like I'm kind of going for like, once again, that old money vibe aesthetic. I wasn't wearing sneakers, I was wearing suede loafers. I just reached for Tear the Hammerheads. This is what I wore today. And of course, I went to the office and I got a compliment because everyone was like, what is that scent? It's old school and got modern. This is once again, something you wear 100 years from now and 100 years in the past, like a black leather jacket, and you still rock it and still look good. There's that Succession, old money vibe. It's just like, I don't know what more to say about it. I don't know what more to say about it. Like I randomly got introduced because I went to Paris over the summer this year, and I was just, you know, as I always do, like I was walking down the street or in the airport and boutiques, and I saw this one and I was like, I forgot about Terre de Jimenez. Like whatever happened to them? And I smelled that and suddenly just brought back a wave of memories. Kind of like a Burberry Touch vibe where I was like, holy shit. No one's rocking this anymore. People are just so used to the Dior Sauvages and like light blue intenses and all these fragrances, which are still very good. But I want you to stand out from the crowd for the same price point. I want you to smell just as good, have just as good performance, but have a lot more personality. And that's what this is. This is the personality for your summer fragrance with that burnt orange for that old money perspective and vibe. Man, third, and this is number 3, and this is number 3 on this list, but number two on this list is something that I consider like a special fragrance, one of the best fragrances I've ever had in my life, honestly, out of all the winter, summertime fragrances. And number 2 on this list is Sid I, Parfums de Marly. Sid I. And here's why I love it, man. Anytime I go for a vacation, I grab this one because I just cannot. Oh, wow, what a scent. Man, I wish you were here in this room right now. This place smells incredible. I'm just gonna spray the fuck out of this scent. Oh my God. Whew, what a scent. This scent's special to me. This scent's special to me because I've yet to wear this and not get a compliment. Number 1 on this list, I may have gotten more compliments, just like in a totality of my life history, right? But there were some times I wore it and I didn't get a compliment because I just wore it more often. This one, I've yet to wear it and not got a compliment. Though I've worn it less, so I can't give it a fair comparison. It's the way I describe it, it's a mojito in a bottle. You know the mojito, like the drink, there's the sugar cane in it, there's the mint leaves, it's like a little sugary, it's a little zesty, it's a little salty, it's a little sweet, it's a little sour. That's what it is in a bottle, but make it last fucking 24 hours on the skin. Like, it's that good. Comes with a price tag, don't yell at me. You can get this for like under 150 bucks, the small size. I think the full size bottle's like around $200. I mean, Parfums de Marly is a niche brand. It's like you're paying for what you get, right? You are literally paying for what you get in this case. And if you want a mojito in the bottle, if you want to smell delicious, this is what you want to wear. Like when I think of this fragrance, man, I think of like this is what I wore. I wore this scent a lot in Ibiza. I know Ibiza for you Americans. I went to Ibiza, so I'm allowed to call it that now. I wore it in Ibiza. I wore it in Barcelona. I wore it in like everywhere I went international. That's like a beach summer going out vibe. I wore this. This is your party going out brunch. Like if you're going to the Hamptons, you rock this scent. If you're going anywhere international that just so happens to be a summery vibe, wear this scent. You're going to Cancun, Parfums de Marly Sid I. You're going to Barcelona, Parfums de Marly Sid I. You're going to Mykonos, Parfums de Marly Sid I. Anywhere you go that happens to be like more of like an active, young, hip party vibe, wear it. But here's the thing, man. You can wear it across all ages. Like I think if you're 80 years old, you can still rock this. Like it's that versatile, that good. And it's like a tasty, delicious scent. Like when you wear this, like literally, like there were moments where like people come up to me like, oh, that smells so good. Like what is that scent? Like that's literally the effect this has on people. Once again, I have nothing to sell you. I'm not sponsored by any of these brands. There's no reason I'm supposed to be like gassing these scent stuff that much. I'm just telling you from my own true experience. This scent is just like a one of a kind, man. Just straight up one of a kind. It's a tasty, fun, party, playful scent. When I think of this scent, I think of this is the guy who like runs Nikki Beach, you know, in Mykonos. He's the one who goes to Dubai and buys like a freaking Lamborghini and then just hands it to someone else because he wants to go take a sand. He wants to go ATVing in the sand instead. Like I don't know how to explain this, man. It just blows my mind how a scent can smell like this, and then people still haven't heard about it that much. But one of the best scents of all time, history, period, mic drop. I mean, there's really nothing like it on the market. So if you're looking for one and you want to spend a little more cash, you get a little bit more value for your buck. There's a reason I put this number 2. I had to put this number 2 because even with the price tag, it's just that freaking good. So, drum roll. Number 1 on the list of top 10 best fragrances to guarantee you compliments this summer in 2024 is a tie. It's a tie. It's a tie because I had to, and I'll explain it in a second. And it is Creed's Aventus, the king of fragrances, the god of fragrances, and Club de Nuit by Armaf. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. I don't know. I in all consciousness, because I love you guys, I couldn't recommend a $300+ fragrance as number 1. Because I don't want, like, yes, if you have the money, yes, if you have disposable income, yes, if you're in the frame, yes, if you care about what we do here, you should already own this, buy it, or seek it out. But I know it's expensive, man, and it's not accessible to everyone, and it's really like, it's a lot. It's a lot. So I wanted to give you something that's 95% of the way there. Not exactly a clone, but more of an inspiration. And that's Club de Nuit Intense by Armaf. So let's break them each down. Let's break them each down, and then you make the decision for yourself which one it is. Like, I know it's a $300 price tag, and you can never, you can't just get over that. But let's talk about Creed Aventus first. King of fragrances. It's called the king of fragrances. Aventus is king. You look at any other fragrance reviewer online, you look at anyone online, they always talk about Aventus, Aventus, Aventus. I remember when I first got into this stuff, I went to a conference called Menfluential Conference, and I even gave a speech there. I was working with I was running my own brand at the time. I was selling men's boots brand. Shout out YRX Boots. But I was taking notes because they had like a lot of speakers there, and like Jeremy Fragrance was there and a few other fragrance reviewers were there. I think Rodolescence was there. There was a couple of other fragrance reviewers there. And every time they talked about fragrances, I always heard Aventus, Creed Aventus. And what's funny is now knowing how the word is spelled, A-V into U-S or whatever, I didn't even understand what the word meant because I was so new to fragrances at the time. So I remember in my notebook writing A-V ENTOOUS, and it's so funny looking back on it. It's like me reinterpreting that, like, holy shit, they were talking about Creed Aventus at that time. The king of fragrances. Yes, it's a very expensive fragrance, but man, does it fucking crush. Everything we've talked about on this list so far, it's better than it. It smells better. It's more masculine. It's more longer lasting. It's more defining. It's more personality driven. It's more signature. There's this note in here, this pineapple, beautiful note that's just like, it takes this masculine, and that's what stands out to you the first time you smell it, right? Like when you go and shake someone's hand, right? You get this whiff of like masculinity. I remember the first time I wore this and like, it's just like, I was like, holy shit, no wonder it's so good. It's like you get this whiff of just masculinity, and this pineapple note just bam, punches you in the face. And then you're just like, whoa, like what is that scent? And then you get closer and there's this musk and there's this amber, the reason why it's so expensive is there's this ingredient called ambergris. Ambergris is essentially whale puke. I didn't make the rules. And whale puke is just found floating on the surface of the ocean. So they scratch parts of those off. And I think like a kilogram is one of the most, of ambergris whale puke is one of the most expensive materials on the planet, next to like oud or oil essentially, right? But ambergris is what gives it that like musky, masculine, like freaking like scent that makes you, it's like almost like a, it's almost like a gravity pulling you towards it, and you can't get away from it. Like that's what they put in this, and it's just magical. It's just magical. So there's a reason, yeah, most people put it number 1. I didn't want to put it number 1. Because I was like, I don't want to be that guy who makes my first summer fragrance list and puts Creed Aventus on number 1. But I had to be truthful to myself, and I had to be honest with you guys. And there's not a single fragrance that has gotten me more compliments than Creed Aventus. There's not a single fragrance that when I'm trying to feel special that day, when I'm trying to like look and feel and act the most confident version of myself, out of reach for it. It makes you feel some type of way when you put Creed Aventus on. It makes you feel like a king. It makes you feel like you run that shit. When I think of this fragrance, I literally think of like the most successful, attractive, well put together, rich person in the goddamn universe that I can possibly think of. Like imagine if Drake had a baby with like George Clooney, who happened to have a baby with like Mark Cuban, and that baby then went on to go marry another person who is Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter. With like, I mean, bro, just take a conglomerate of all the most expensive, masculine, like attractive dudes in the world and put them into one, and it gives birth to Creed Aventus. I shouldn't say too much about this because I know it's very expensive and I don't want you to go out, run and get it, but the first time you get your nose on this, you're gonna scrape every dollar you can find to wear this because it's literally a magnet. It's a magnet. People literally will just be obsessed with what you're wearing and what you're doing. And the good thing about this fragrance is that it's so high quality that you can put multiple sprays on it and you don't need that much. You need like 3 sprays and you can smell it all day, every day. But yeah, man, I talked enough about that. So if you don't have $300 to spend, and sometimes I've reached for this even over Creed Aventus, and I've gotten the same number of compliments on this fragrance as well, as Club de Nuit Intense by Harmaf. And this fragrance is literally the DNA almost of it. It's like 95% of the way there. The main difference between this one and Creed Aventus is like this one is a bit more of a, it doesn't punch you in the face. It punches you in the face, but this one like punches you but like hold backs a bit. In a way, there's like some, it's 95% of the way there, but the other 5% is very important to think about. It's a rose note. It's a rose, like floral jasmine type vibe it introduces. So it takes this pineapple, citrusy, patchouli, this like very deep masculine note that Creed Aventus has, but then holds that punch back a bit and then throws in a little floral notes into it. Still a gorgeous scent. Trust me, man, like it's still number 1. I'm not saying it's number 1 in substitution for Creed Aventus. I'm saying it's number 1 in its own right with Creed Aventus. It just also so happens to be like $30. Like you can literally get this for $30. And I think it's like for a big bottle like this. And I love this scent, man. Like this is like my secret superpower. Like this is actually my secret superpower. When people sometimes want to know what I'm wearing or what I'm doing or something like that, it usually ends up being this. I've gotten just the same number of compliments on this one as Creed Aventus. For the summertime, I mean, it's an extraordinary fragrance. And you really can't go wrong. It's $30, it's a blind buy. Just go get it on Amazon, dude. It's like, why not, right? The best part about this one, I would say, like, so we talk about what the difference is, right? So what does this do better than Creed Aventus? Performance, surprisingly. Performance and longevity. Like I would argue like Creed Aventus stays on the skin for like 16 hours. Like sometimes you'll spray it on your clothes and still smell the next day. This one lasts on your skin 24 hours plus. Like if I wear it in the morning, I know I'm gonna come home and still smell very fucking good. And if I put on my clothes and I just put them in the laundry and then I'm like 5 days later I'm doing my laundry and I pull my clothes, you can still smell this fragrance on my clothes. It's that powerful, that good of a scent, man. Once again, there's pros and cons to both. I personally, like if you're trying to make a decision and you don't know what to go for, I would go first for this because it's a, you know, the low barrier entry is $35. You can't really go wrong. But if you just want to like, if you just like getting punched in the face every morning, then go straight to Creed Aventus. Like that's just what it's like. That's literally what it's like, man. But summertime, it's not too long. It's only a couple of more months. So want to make the most of it. Get one of these fragrances. Get one of these fragrances on this list, man. Or don't. Because I know you're already going to be a good smelling dude regardless of what you end up doing. So guys, I have no clue how long this video was, man. Like I'm trying to look at the recording here. This has gone on for at least 30 minutes plus, right? So if you made it this far into the video, thank you so much. I really appreciate you, man. I'm happy you enjoyed this video. You're into fragrances, you came along the journey, you like what I had to say, and maybe you didn't like what I had to say. So let me know in the comments below, what would you change about your list for the top 10? What's something I had that surprised you or that you wish I added on this list that's your favorite? And if you're new here, my name is Sid I. I drop videos like these once a week on productivity, lifestyle, grooming to help you look and feel the best your genetics physically allow. And guys, I just want to say I really appreciate you all for everything you've done for me. I think I'm close to like 1,500 subscribers at this point, and it's been a year. It's been like, I know it's been almost exactly a year now since I've been making content. So who knows what the store has and what the universe has in store for me. But I just want to give you like a heartfelt thank you. You guys have given me a lot of like more purpose to create content. Like I didn't know I would even stick for this long, but something about it, just like, though sometimes it does feel like I have to like, it's like, oh, I have to upload or whatever this week. I look forward to it more because I know like the comments you guys leave, or sometimes the views when they go really well for a video, I feel like, I feel your energy telling me to keep going, So thank you for those, of course, sending those energy towards me, sending that message towards me. And yeah, guys, if you liked this video, you liked what I had to say, and you want to see more from me and connect me further, go hit the subscribe button down below. Drop me one of these thumbs up. It lets me know to keep going on, bro. Lets me know to keep going on and keep making more content like this. And if you want to connect with me further, I drop stories, videos every single day on my Instagram at Sid Chavla. Go ahead and find me there. DM me, be like, hey, bro, what's up? Sorry video, and Creative Ventus sucks, or whatever you want to say, man. Either way, my list, my opinions. I would love to hear yours as well. And I'm gonna bloop up 2 other videos. If you loved this one, you're definitely gonna love these 2. And until then, guys, take care, keep crushing it, and I'll see you all in the next one.